803Fresh. Live in the building. I need all my dancers to the dance floor.
Snake Eyez Music Group Roundtable Talk, hosted by Doing the Purpose Podcast. Hey, you got your host, The Deep, Greg. Hey, you got T the Wizard right here. You got Desmond Cunningham, Snake. We got Mr. Boots on the Ground, 803Fresh. And we got Big Trey Jennings right here, man. What up? So, hey, TA, start us off, man. Tell us a little about yourself, man.
Okay, what's going on? I go by T the Wizard from Blackville, South Carolina. Represent Brick House. I've been doing in the game for about 20 years, making music for 20 years. Just here to talk, get it all out on the table.
Yes, sir.
That's going on.
So we got Desmond Cunningham, Snake
from Snake Eyez Music Group, South Carolina.
Oh, yeah. So Mr. Boots on the Ground, 803Fresh. Yeah, Mr. Set Alive.
What's going on, everybody? 803Fresh, the kid, live in the building from Big Wagon, South Carolina, man. Snake Eyez Music Group, stand up, man. We here to get it straight in the night, you saying, go ahead and put it all on the table, you saying express our grievances on the side, and hey, we just here to be brothers. Big brother talk tonight.
Oh, yeah. Got Big Trey, last word. Yeah.
Big Gilbert.
Not Big Gilbert.
Big Gilbert. Come on, man.
Yeah,
Come on,
Big Gilbert. Come on, man. Yeah, but hey, we just here, man. Just sitting here. Hey, man, you just want to have a discussion. Hey, just a round table talk, man, about everything that's going on, everything that happened the last week or so, man, whatever. So, hey, we all family here, man. So we just here, hey, discuss everything that went on last week, man. And like 803Fresh said, they just get some straightening, man. So everybody understand that it ain't nothing but love in this camp, man. Yeah. That's all it is, whatever. So we can start out, so Snake, if you got anything, you can just go ahead and start us out, man. Since it's Snake Eyez Music Group.
Well, I would say, we went through something, you know what I'm saying, on the internet, public, you know what I'm saying. It's a shame on our part.
Yeah.
And we want to apologize to the fans, for the Southern Soul people. Apologize for the misunderstandings and all that was aired out on social media. You know what I'm saying? Because we are like brothers and family, you know what I'm saying? I just didn't know that T Wizard had, you know what I'm saying, that much emotions about what was going on, balled up inside, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I mean, he expressed it, and he said he had to go to social media because, you know what I'm saying, he was feeling some type of way.
Yeah.
But like I said, I made a phone call to him because, like I said, we family, you know what I'm saying? I mean, that's why we here, to air it out and clear it up. Since it happened on social media public, let's do it here.
Great idea. Right. Great idea. So T, since it's pretty much stemming from you expressing your feelings and how you felt or whatever, and pretty much you was just saying how you felt.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with that, man. So just go ahead and express that, man.
Yeah. Let us know. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? It's like when I was trying to hold it in for the longest, but I brought it to their attention. I brought it all to all their attention. You know what I'm saying? 3 or 4 times.
Yeah.
It wasn't like nothing that I just said I just threw out there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So when I told them, I didn't want to take it to Facebook. I didn't want to do that. I tried to call everybody.
Yeah.
Didn't I call you? Didn't I told you?
We talked. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying, Snake? Didn't I talk to you? I talked to T. I talked to the whole camp. You know what I'm saying? Cash Flow, even me and you talk. You know what I'm saying? So I tried to put it out on the table, but it got too much on me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it's like everybody was seeing it. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't only me. Everybody was calling me. Why they not doing this? Why they not doing that? Yeah. I said, I don't know. You got to talk to them.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because I'm telling what it is. You know what I'm saying? But when the time came, you know what I'm saying, I ain't had no other way to let that out. And it was holding me down. It was on my chest. Yeah. So I had to get it out. You know.
Yeah, I feel that.
And I ain't want to go to Facebook. Yeah. I'm not a Facebook person. If y'all look at my page, it's most about my music. You know what I'm saying? You ain't never seen me beefing nobody on the Facebook internet. I call them first and sit down like we doing right here. You know, that was my thing. That was my thing, man. I had to get it out some type of way.
Yeah. So with that being said,
I hate to do that.
With that being said, so Fresh, you want to chime in right here, man? Yeah, come on.
All right. Just to discuss a lot of the things that have been on Facebook, and just to piggyback off of what Snake said in the initial, man, we definitely do want to apologize to the Southern Soul community for just the discrepancy that you've seen on Facebook. This is definitely not the representation of Southern Soul, or it at least is not
representation that we want to have as far as like being advocates for Southern Soul. We really, really want to push positivity and we want to push fairness all the way across the board. From what I gathered from the post coming from T the Wizard was that he was feeling of certain sorts about not gaining as much recognition for the music, well, for the beat. And big shout out to him for producing the beat, and forever grateful. At one point when we first started in the initial, way before Boots on the Ground was here, we had already been working on a lot of things. We got a lot of songs together. Even like in his battle with himself, as far as like when he was battling, with if it was still worth doing or not. Remember, we had a conversation way back when, you know what I'm saying, when you kind of in sorts about, should I continue to do music? You know what I'm saying? I think you would get rid of your equipment. I think you had just had, just been outdone with it. And I reached out to you and I said, hey, T, you got a good thing going on, man. You're one hell of a producer. You're saying you need to keep going. Just give me a shot. Let's see if we can get it. You're saying, let's see if we can get the chemistry going. And when Boots on the Ground, when it first was released, I don't think that we all knew the hype that it would take at that moment. So when the song started taking off, we started doing a lot of traveling. We started doing a lot of visits to places that we've never been to. I think that we never excluded you from Snake Eyez or the things that we were doing, and that it was a lot of times when in certain like business things or certain things that we were called to do, and it's no fault of our own. It's just that being a producer hasn't been brought to the light as it should over the course of time. This is not something that we do personally, but as far as the recognition from my side, I can personally accept accountability for me not, I say, verbally mentioning you as much as I should have. On the last time that we had a conversation, we were in Myrtle Beach. You had your family down there. I had my family down there, and we had discussions about how you felt then. And I thought that at that time that we came to, certain agreements and certain understandings about, where you could go, like meetings and stuff. Yeah, sorry. Places that you said you're supposed to be at. You told me, you versed it to me, hey, hey, anything that's doing with Boots on the Ground, you know what I'm saying, especially like if it's a large platform, you're saying I need to be there. And in the past few trips, you might as well say months now, you've been absent. It's not that we have excluded you from anything, is that I guess you excluded yourself. You kind of stepped back from it. And maybe this was because of you feeling a certain type of way at that time too. But for coming from my end, I think that we have, coming from my end now, this is my opinion, I think that we have treated you fairness as far as, allowing you to promote, like in certain rooms that we place you in. Like when we go, we never excluded you from no trips or anything like that. You said anytime that you were willing to get in that van, if you were willing to go, you would go, right? Yeah. Like there's never been a time that we never taken you to certain spots. Now, only on the occasions where you brought it to me, you saying, hey, I feel like I should be there. I think that means you had that understanding when we was at the beach that there's certain places that don't call for you because it's usually like front end business. Usually with they'll call for the artist, they'll call for PR, and they'll call for management. And so in those certain places, you know what I'm saying, they weren't calling you, so therefore there was no space for you on that. But any other time, any other big shows, we've been to multiple shows. We've been to multiple things together. Can you agree with me on that?
Yeah, we did.
A lot of places. Do you remember the trip that we had to Atlanta where me and you had an interview, where I actually interviewed you in front of, you saying, in front of a big camera? Remember that?
Yeah, I remember in the radio station, but
Yeah, we was in a radio station, and I actually interviewed you, and it's been a lot of moments that me and you have had. You know, I just don't want. I want the gray area to be clear, especially to the fans, that you definitely never have been excluded from anything. If anything, but
I want to insert this though. See, I was under the pressure by, and this is like I'm gonna take accountability. Like T was expressing some things like he was feeling left out.
yeah,
So when he was expressing it, my understanding of it was that he just wanted to be mentioned and be around some certain things. Because I'm gonna be real, the first incident that we ever had with you was when we went to California. Me, T, Fresh went to California. And you had a little episode then when you spazzed out when you called Zell and then I called you.
y'all call all y'all.
Yeah.
Y'all call all y'all.
Yeah. So, but in that episode when we went to California, that technically was a Snake Eyez business meeting that we took. You know what I'm saying? And I want just to put this on the thing that we at some point we offered you to be a joint like producer for Snake Eyez. I mean, which you declined, and that's fine. You know what I'm saying? But you still is like our brother. We're not going to exclude you from stuff that we could take you with us. Like that was definitely was a meeting for Snake T, who was just sitting here, and Doug. Now I took my wife. You know what I'm saying? We were going to California, and I think when you saw us in California, I think you got a little upset because we was in California. But it wasn't to spite you or not take you. No way. It was definitely a business meeting with the record label, which we are. Like a lot of people don't understand that Snake Eyez is the label. We only have distribution with everybody. And from day one, I mean, I treated all y'all fairly. I don't try to give you no poor contracts or nothing. I'm not treating y'all like kids or nothing like that. Trey, you can rely because you was with me since day one. You know what I'm saying? Like, even we had our little spat too. You know what I'm saying? But it's some things it just be about business. It ain't even about personal. Like, because you see us some way doesn't mean that it ain't that we. Even now that meeting, I'm gonna be real with you, T. Like, even when we got there, we had no idea that we was meeting up with another. I'm not gonna say their name because they ain't got nothing to do with this.
Yeah.
Meeting up another people, and when they came to us, we also your name was brought up in the room. Me and Fresh told them they wanted Fresh to do something, and we saying if T the Wizard don't touch the beat, we can't do it. You know what I'm saying? So even when you're not there at that time, we still was bringing your name up. It may not be public notice or public anything, but we still was bringing your name up. And the proof that we did is because when we went to Atlanta to actually do the actual recording. Ain't that what's the conversation?
Yeah, but I see it like this, man. You know, when you brought the contract, you know, the contract was not in my favor. That's why I didn't sign with y'all.
That's
you know what I'm
what you
saying?
said, true.
Yeah, the contract was not in my favor. The contract was in y'all favor. That's why I didn't sign with Snake Eyez.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So it wasn't nothing personal. It just was the business side on my side.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And like I say with California, you know what I'm saying? It wasn't nothing personal. It's just like it's my music. You know what I'm saying? I never like I told Doug, I told you, I never want to be in the meeting. I don't want to be in the meeting because that's not for me. I told y'all that. You know what I'm saying? That's not my concern. It's about, you know what I'm saying, the respect. You know, I know that Snake Eyez business. I know it's front end business. You know, I never want none of that. I never want the spotlight. I never want to be in the front. I told y'all that. You know what I'm saying?
But that's what I'm saying though. That's one of the episodes, the subject we're talking about. Like, when we went to California, it wasn't a meeting about T the Wizard business. It was actually Snake Eyez business.
I understand that.
So when you spazzed out about it, that was the first sign that I knew you said you was troubled about some things. And that's why I was trying to get you to understand then too, like, hey, certain things it's not for T the Wizard.
Yeah.
It wasn't a shot at you. It wasn't like we sharing from you. It just wasn't your business. Like that's the same as that. If I'm going to talk my finances and I got to go meet Greg to talk my finances, with
not my business, right?
It's none of your business. But if you see me over here talking to Greg and you get upset by me going over to, you know what I'm saying, Greg's house and you pass by, you know, that's not right. I don't feel like that's right. You know what I'm saying? And that's just what that situation was. It was our business for Snake Eyez, and we could have took Trey, we could have took everybody, but it wasn't the time for everybody. It was time for us to handle 803Fresh because he signed to the label.
Yeah.
And business, you know what I'm saying? It didn't even have anything to do with a producer. It had nothing to do with nothing else. But you know, like I said, that was the first time I think that we had the episode where you first told us how you were feeling. We didn't understand because we saying like, "Hey T, like, bro, that didn't have anything to do with the business." But you were saying, "I should have been there. I should have been there." You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm gonna clear up a lot of misunderstanding. Like,
actually, hey, just hold on 1 second, right there, Snake. See, that's what me on the outside looking in. I'm just thinking, really, man. It's excuse me, it's lack of communication on everybody's part or whatever. You know, because like, hey, T feeling some type of way about missing out on this, missing out on that, not knowing that he really shouldn't have been in this meeting right here, whatever. But he could have been in something else, whatever, like that right there, whatever. And he pretty much just showing his feelings about that right there, man, or whatever. And you know, this round table right here is what should have been happening way long time ago, man. And all this and none of this right here would have happened, man. Now, he would have never went to Facebook. Nobody would never know anything about this. Everything would be going, you know, just smooth or whatever like that. So it's great that we're having this conversation right now. So T can get some understanding, Fresh can get some understanding, you can get some understanding and lay down, you know, what's going on and how this stuff work and how, you know, meeting with executives and all that stuff work, whatever. And like you just said, T wasn't in the room, but his name was called in the room, whatever. His name was brought up or whatever. And this music, the beats for Boots on the Ground, pretty much everybody know that pretty much T the Wizard made this beat or whatever. Because if you listen to the song, when the song come on, pretty much the first thing it said is T the Wizard got these banging hits or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Or whatever. And a lot of people probably don't know that. They probably ain't listen to it until after all this right here just aired out or whatever, man. But it's just a misunderstanding, man. Whatever.
To piggyback off of that. He never said that the business was right. Right.
I know.
He never said that the people. What happened was because it was put on social media.
And it's such a
great area. And so many people got buttholes. You know what I'm saying? Everybody got buttholes.
Everybody got.
You know what I'm saying? So everybody started putting their 2 cents,
not knowing what's going on
in our business, and really didn't know what was going on.
Exactly.
I wasn't gonna say nothing. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, these my little brothers. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
I can. Hey, you got something to say to me? Pick me up the phone. I'm not above reproach. You want to come put your foot in my ass? Come on. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
I'm not above reproach. But what I'm saying is, like, when I called T the first day that I saw it, I didn't even see it. You know what I'm saying? But the first day I saw it, I called T. He didn't answer. I called him again. He didn't answer. So I said, well, you know what? I ain't gonna say nothing. I'll wait till we get back to South Carolina and I'll pull up on it. You know what I'm saying? So when I woke up, I think Fresh posted something, and he just supposed like he always posting about positivity or something.
Exactly.
And the fans was eating his was eating his lunch.
Because they were like that because they kind of felt what I was saying. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people called me T. Why you not there? Like the episode when y'all at the State House. You know what I'm saying? That was something. That was something I felt like I should have been there because that's my music and he's getting represented. My music should have been there. I should have been there too. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't trying to be in the spotlight. I know how I am.
That's true, T. And I feel like you should have been there. But what happened is that wasn't our call. We didn't have nothing to do. All we got told was be there. You got to think we was getting ready to leave, go to California then. We at the last minute he said, "Hey, we need y'all to be. We're gonna give Fresh this, and that." We didn't know nothing about what was being said, who presented it for us. None of that. We didn't know none of that. It's just like right now. I'm gonna be real. We getting pulled in so many directions. At the end of the day, we probably the hardest working people in show business right now. Well, I ain't been home. My grass this tall at my house. You know what I'm saying? Because we ain't been home.
I'm sorry.
Go ahead, Fresh.
Let's see, things like that have to be fully explained. You have
but I talked to you that night before this.
You got to ask. Think about it. You have to actually ask questions about these things. Wait a minute, just give me. You got to actually ask questions about these things, and you have to be mindful of the things that you're saying that could have been before you just make an assumption about what's going on. Of course, this is your music. This is your beat, and in certain places, yes, you are supposed to be there. There's, like I said, there is no place that you are not invited to. You're saying other than the front end business that has to do with Snake Eyez Music Group. There is no place that we have been that we say, "Hey, T the Wizard, you can't be there," or we don't have. You say you don't have to be there. Now, if you were to ask us about it, mind you, usually your responses are first, and then the questions are answered after. So then we have to play catch up. You saying with your feelings. So what I'm saying is how you verse it. It shows that you in your feelings, but you already put it out there. So therefore, when you put it out there, then we got to play catch up with it. Adjacent to with you coming to us about it, you know what I'm saying, and then having a good response to it, not moving off of emotion first.
No, I think, like I said, on his defense though, I think he been saying it, but we didn't quite understand it. What he was saying, you know what I'm saying? We didn't quite understand it, which I didn't understand it until I actually read what he said. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? He just felt that his name should be called. On our behalf, I feel like we do as much as we can to put his name in the front. But you got to think the song is bigger than us. Yeah. So the song is bigger than me. Listen, you don't really know Snake Eyez or 803Fresh. The song really is so big. We playing catch up to try to catch up to the song. Right. So we say. So I just want to clarify. I want to get some clarification on something. When you say that you haven't received your recognition as you should, verse to the people what you like you truly mean by you not gaining your recognition.
No, because I see. Listen, though, as me being your producer, you know, everybody know we came from the ground up, right? We came from here, dog. We were from here. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? That as I see you, me being your homeboy, you can pay attention to all the other artists out here. You know what I'm saying? Who cool they produce? They always say my producer right here. Shot my dog. You know what I'm saying? You have multiple opportunities to do it. You didn't do it.
And I've done those on multiple opportunities. You have to see. You have to see every opportunity. You have to see all. Like you got. I don't think that you ever seen all the podcasts.
What podcast? When
you had to see all the interviews, bro. The
only one interview that you missed me on was the one where what dude name is Jay Levert asked you about who produced the beat.
And then you also have to take it. You also got to take into account about how these platforms, how when they ask questions, how they verse the questions too. They don't even like place it out. You got to think about it as far as like my responses to the questions that they give us. You know, they don't angle. You're saying about the producer. There's certain ones that do. I would have to, in my mind, right then curve. You're saying curve it to implement you, and there's been a few that I've had to turn the conversation in order to mention you. But mind you, to piggyback off of what you're saying, there have been instances you said in my interviews where I didn't mention Snake Eyez Music Group, and this is who I'm signed. This is who I'm signed to. You know what I mean? And so he would have to come to me and be like, "Hey." Such as you say, hey, try to implement. You're saying Snake Eyez Music Group. You're saying in there just to slide it in.
Let me say this too, T. And some of that's his fault. A lot of it, but I'm gonna put the weight on his back. A lot of it his back, because he don't mention my name. You know what I'm saying? He don't mention Big Trey name in certain incidents, or he don't mention your name. Yeah. So I have had these talks with him, but I think a lot of this too is fresh need media training. Yeah, you know what I'm saying, and a lot of this is like, man, we charting on territory. You know what I'm saying, like territory that we never been in before. Right.
So really, so taking into account that it's not a personal shot thing. Yeah. That you're saying I'm intentionally excluding you. You're saying from things, but this is where the talks come in. Right. The talks come into play prior.
Sometimes they do.
Yeah, sometimes they do. But Charlamagne the guy asked you, how that beat came about? Yeah. Charlamagne the guy asked you down in the Breakfast Club. How did the beat come about?
Okay, so
you didn't say nothing.
What was my response to that?
I can't remember. But when it came, you shot at everybody. You shot at everybody on the team. Again, including Snake Eyez.
Okay.
You ain't said shit. Excuse me, lady.
You good?
You ain't said nothing about T the Wizard, man.
Okay.
And I felt the type of because I was in the room, I was in the building. You know what I'm saying? I said, dog, my dog on the #1 syndicated radio station right now, and he ain't even shot me out. And the people back from where I'm from, they know me for doing music. I've been doing music for a long time. The South Carolina know me for doing music. So they was waiting on that. You know what I'm saying? They was waiting on that. They was waiting on that moment. They was waiting on that moment. T is here. T is up there. You know what I'm saying?
The Breakfast Club. I'm gonna take responsibility for the Breakfast Club because it was my call who to put on the thing on the platform, and I had an idea, which some people that know what the idea was, but we didn't have all the pieces there to set the idea in play. You know what I'm saying? And if I in hindsight, if I would have looked back and knew it was gonna go like that, I would have put you on the platform. You know what I'm saying? So it wouldn't have been no question about it. So I'm gonna raise my hand to that one. You know what I'm saying? But I felt like because I brought everybody there. Everybody was in the building. You know what I'm saying? Like if everybody that know me, I don't leave nobody out. If I can get you there, I will get you there. You know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna raise my hand for being in the platform. It was a bigger at that time. This is the first time Southern Soul has been on a bigger platform.
Like this.
So for me, I was thinking like, well, these artists of Southern Soul need to be speaking. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't the fact that I was leaving T the Wizard out. You know what I'm saying? But it's my fault. You know what I'm saying?
Right. And go ahead. Well, I can personally take responsibility. You're saying on my end, as far as me not mentioning you on certain platforms. I get that. Yeah. So I can. You're saying looking into the camera, I can accept you're saying responsibility for that. You're saying and can move to do better in that angle. I can. Yeah. So as far as to the response of like with you, as far as your recognition, I try my best to. I don't think there's no places, there's no room that we enter that people don't know who T the Wizard is.
That's by the beat.
You know what I'm saying? That's definitely that's definitely by the beat. And every place that we went to, as far as like the people that you have met, you know what I'm saying, no one has restricted you from networking and you saying and getting your name out there as far as like your productions and things. You're saying we let you speak freely on your own. There's been rooms, I'll just be frank with it. There's been rooms that we have been in that, just the beats alone won't get us in, right? And you've been able to shop your music, shop your networking, build your platform in those rooms. Been multiple rooms that we've been in, you're saying, as far as that. And you can shop your stuff all around them, you're saying, and be able to broaden your brand. There's never been no restriction in that, you're saying. And I think that we've been good as far as doing that for you as well. We've never, like I said, we've never tried to exclude you from anything intentionally. This is what I want people to understand. We didn't. Any place that we've ever been, that we've ever, you're saying, we wanted T the Wizard to be in those places. Oh yeah. And we want to expand your brand.
I think it's mostly his feeling.
Yeah.
Certain things. Like, no, listen, T. I'm saying.
I'm not in my feelings about it.
There's nothing wrong with feelings. I'm not in my feelings. Let's get this straight, bro.
I get what your feelings is. Listen, I'm not. This is no shade. He'll tell you. Yeah. He said, and I'm about to say exactly what he said. I'm gonna tell you exactly what he said. Yeah. He said, she's the essence, the accent. Said, hey, when you knew this was a hit after you did the song, who did you first notify? He said,
that guy.
You said that
guy over there. I never specified who Snake.
So you got to think about it. No camera spent. Yeah. Nobody wasn't there. He didn't never say my name. He never said. So he came. I was hot though. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna lie to you. I was hot too. Yeah, he was hot too. Yeah.
But see the thing is,
how was your response?
My response was like,
your response to that after everything was done.
I waited. Everything was done. You know what I'm saying? When we were walking out, he said, Snake, I did an interview. I said, hey, I'm not that guy.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm not that guy. My name is Snake.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm Snake Eyez Music Group.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And he said, you know what, Snake? My bad. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Now,
he killed the interview.
Yeah.
He killed the interview.
But
that was on the part he did that I thought that he didn't do, you know, where he just said that guy over there. But I was gonna say, like, right now we having this round table or whatever, and now everybody know they done heard of T the Wizard. So now we putting a face with T the Wizard. Yeah, we putting a face. Yeah, we putting a face with T the Wizard. Because and I say that to say because man, me and Kenise, we did Boots on the Ground video shoot. So we interviewed like pretty much everybody that was there. AJ, Shamika, Jasmine. We interviewed all the DJs, and so we decided we was gonna interview Snake and T. So me and Kenise talking, we was like, well, neither one of them really talk, so they probably not gonna do no numbers. So we'll put them out last. They did more numbers than everybody except Doug. Everybody watched their interview, except they watched Doug interview more. But Snake and T, I want to say they did maybe 9, 10K or whatever, something like that right there. So because and on the interview, I told them, I was like, we're gonna put a face with pretty much the managers, the owners of Snake Eyez, you know, music group or whatever. And then going back to Doug, man, Doug, he do a lot of interviews, man. Everybody is always sticking cameras in his face or whatever. And I was telling him when we went to the Essence, I was like, hey, man, Doug, you pretty much, you a star now, man. Because I seen stars, they walking and pretty much, they'll walk right past Snake, man. They'll walk straight to Doug. 803Fresh, man. Hey, homeboy, I love your music. Doing all this stuff, man, whatever. And then when he was in the interview room, man, they was asking a variety of questions. It was a lady from London. And she was asking all kinds of say it's big over there, man, whatever. And like I say, he killed that. To me, he killed that interview. He just said, that guy over there. But he could have said, Snake Eyez music group. And with him doing all these interviews and being in front of all these people, man, whatever, he probably trying to think of, you know, what to say, how to say it. And a lot of people gonna get left out.
I'll say like this. A lot of these things. A lot of these things are definitely on the spot.
Yeah,
these are impromptu questions. So I have to be fast on my feet as far as like giving them a quick response, not to really be delayed in my responses. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of these interviews, I'm thinking about the same thing that I said on the last interview to answer the same question, but I'm thinking of different ways to verse it. So with me, like go ahead.
What's Gary's show? Gary G. I am Carolina. You did the same.
I did this.
You saw that show? Listen, he said, and he didn't say my name did.
So case in point,
King John's best friend.
All right, so listen. For all the viewers, for everybody that's watching, case in point. I am definitely not. You saying big? I'm not bigger than mistakes. You know what I'm saying? Mistakes. Sure. Listen, mistakes don't come. Mistakes. Sometimes they take us over, and sometimes the responses to the mistakes you're saying is not going to be the same as everybody else's.
Yeah.
So I can understand you saying the certain responses that you gave. Yeah. I can understand, but see, here's the difference in that. The way that Snake came and handled the response to me was definitely different. It projected different. So when you project that type of response to me, you're saying to what's going on, that I don't think that that's the right way to go about it. I think that once again, coming to me personally, I ain't outside of approaching. You're saying you can approach me. You're saying and tell me these things. You might have to tell me these things 1 or 2 times over.
I told you about 5 times.
We've had personally one conversation.
That was at the beach, but I've been telling you, man.
Yeah, we've had one conversation about that. But it's gonna be a lot of these interviews that are gonna be versed the same way, and there's not gonna be, you're saying, like an easy way to segue your name into it. You got something to say?
But
what you want to say?
But like I always told him, I never like I always told him. I see people say I want the spotlight from Doug. Y'all know me, Snake.
No, you ain't.
When nobody ever want the spotlight, man.
Listen, hold on. That's what I'm saying. That's hold on, but this is the thing too, T. You got to always remember.
Yeah.
September, November, October, December.
Nobody knew who he was.
Nobody knew who he was. You and Fresh got a song before Boots on the Ground. Y'all got a bunch of songs. That's, you know what I'm saying. And you had Boots. We with Big Dog. Big Dog. It wasn't no problem. Nobody wouldn't hear by nothing. No, y'all wasn't. But it's going to be a lot of noise in your ear.
Okay.
Listen, he might be getting a lot of noise about us.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Everybody get a lot of noise. But I'm telling you, I'm gonna speak up for Snake Eyez.
Yeah.
But one thing about it now, y'all already know we overly fair. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We always treat everybody like family, and they gonna continue to be there. Everybody that can speak, you know what I'm saying? But it's gonna be a lot of outside noise, and because it happened so fast, it was a lot of twisting and turning and moving. Like I said, man, listen, it's been crazy. I'm not sitting here lying to you. It's been crazy.
Yeah.
So like, but you gotta take initiative too. You gotta put yourself with us. Every time when we call you T, you going with us? T, you're like, man, I got to do something. I got to pay a bill. T, how much the bill is?
But tell you the truth,
the
reason I didn't go on the road because you know what I'm saying. That's the time that I was telling you about what was going on.
Yeah,
that's why I feel bad.
What about even prior to that, bro? There's never been, like I said, once again, we never excluded the time for you to come on the road. You got to think about, how many times me and him go at it. You're saying while we in the building,
always going at it.
We go at it. You're saying on a daily basis, but that doesn't take away. You're saying from what the motive is. And see, this is what the importance of this right here is. It's a bigger picture, bro. Yeah. So therefore, everything that we do, everything that we say, you're saying it is spotlighted, and it can be taken in a positive manner, and it can be taken in a negative manner. Right. So I can look at it as you say, as far as posts. You're saying you can probably post something that is promoting your music, whatever you're saying, and you might get maybe 12 comments, maybe 2 shares. But then you post something in a negative light, and then you get 400 comments and 400 shares. Right. So it's definitely important that we see that and know that it is a bigger picture to this. Right now, what we're doing as far as Snake Eyez Music Group, you're saying 803Fresh yourself, Big Trade, you're saying T the Wizard, we are turning the culture, and what we're doing is we're spotlighting Southern soul.
Remember this, Doug. What's your saying?
What's that?
Function, stand on business, and
we function like family, but built on business. Function like family, built on business. And see, like I said, with the push that we're trying to do, we're trying to push positivity, especially over here in South Carolina. South Carolina right now is one of the pillar states of, you said, line dancing, of Southern soul.
That's why I didn't want to do it. You know what I'm saying?
Listen.
I'm holding back.
You owe my brother apology.
T hurt. I was holding back. I was holding back.
You have to think about it.
City, you put a backpack in his back, boy.
But listen, aside from that,
you know what I'm saying.
But that's what we're here now for, though.
It's still a bigger picture. Therefore, we still have to be mindful of what our responses are and where we put it to.
But you don't understand, man. I was down bad, though. I was down bad for 6 months. I was telling you about the situation. Trey, you're in the same situation. Trey told me.
Listen, can you agree? But see, this is the thing about it. Trey, hold on one second. Here's the thing different between you and Trey. Trey will call us and get in the car with us and cuss us out or talk shit. You know what I'm saying? You can use it, but see, we won't. See, I'm gonna be real.
Yeah.
Don't nobody understand your flight until you can.
Yeah.
You know, we move, bro. It's so many moving pieces right now that we was lost. I mean, I'm gonna be real with you, bro. When you voiced it and you went on the internet with it, I was mad, but I understood you, bro. Yeah. That's the only reason. When I look on the internet and see you and somebody, you telling people your what I did, T, bro. I don't want that for you, bro. You bigger than this. Whatever it is, let's sit down and talk about it.
Yeah.
I said, you know what I'm saying? I don't want you on the internet having to cuss somebody out because they said something. You know what I'm saying? Or they think something. That ain't whatever it was. That ain't their damn business anyway.
I'm getting everybody.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Because me personally, I'm on there. And I'm Team Snake Eyez Music Group. I'm Team Snake Eyez Music Group all the way, whatever. So I get on there and I'm like, hey man, what's wrong with T the Wizard, man? What's going on? So I ended up calling Snake, and me and Snake talking or whatever. And Snake was like, hey man, hey, everything good. I done talked to him. He's like, hey man, if I can apologize to Doug, I can apologize to T the Wizard for everything I did or whatever. Yeah. So I understand Snake part of it, and like, hey Doug, whatever, me and him hadn't talked about this or whatever, but I seen what he's saying tonight or whatever. You know, he apologized and saying, you know, he did this wrong, he moved this way wrong, moved that way wrong. And I was gonna say, man, Snake been asking me since they done got started, man, about going on the road. Right. So I went on the road, Essence Festival. man, I'm thinking we just going straight to Essence Festival. Hey, we stopping Montgomery.
Different shows.
Yeah. Hey, we stopping Montgomery. Doug do a show. Hey, Doug get out the stage. Hey, man, it's like 500 degrees out there. You know, whatever. So, hey, I'm saying 500 degrees because it's so hot, man. Doug get back on the Sprinter van, man, and they homie, he sleep till we get till
the next show.
Yeah, till the next show or whatever, man. So, you know, he ain't really, just thinking it.
3 shows.
Did 3 shows. Hey, right there, man, whatever. And I'm saying all this to say, man, or whatever, hey, like Snake and Doug just said or whatever. Hey, sometimes you have to get in that van and ride with them, man, and you can see.
I was riding with him.
No.
Arkansas.
Get in there. You just say it back how you was riding with us.
Yeah.
But hold on. You was riding pre-boots on the ground. You rolled a little bit in. You rolled a little bit in December, but I'm gonna be real. February, it was through, bro. I'm talking about. My wife, man, I had to go to sleep and she had to take the phone and cut it off. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about 2-3. You got no kind of filter, man. Yeah. Hell, they don't know what time to call.
Yeah. Right. I done seen it. So, we were over there talking, whatever. Hey, man, we just talking, having a general conversation like we sitting here now with him. And hey, he probably got his phone off now.
I got his phone off.
Hey, I mean, it's blowing up constantly. Just constantly, man. He can't have a normal conversation. And Doug probably phone they the same way because we actually riding and Doug back there trying to sleep, man. He had I think he got the flashlight on his phone.
I got the light.
Hey, the light just flashed. The light just flashed and whatever. Like that, man.
I'm the same way.
I'm the same way.
In a nutshell,
but it just got crazy, man.
Yeah.
In a nutshell, do you feel like we treat you like family?
At the beginning. At the time we know when I said like I said,
all right. So listen, hold on. Give me a second. I'm saying. So where in it did we stop treating you like family? Where do you see that we stop treating you like family? That like just put it out there. At which point did you feel like we stopped treating you like family, and what was the purpose that you think that we stopped treating you like family?
Real talk.
Let's say it again. Because
at which point did you feel that we stopped treating you like family?
At which point,
because like I said,
wasn't talking about it. When I voiced my opinion, you know what I'm saying. When I voiced my opinion, all y'all, I ain't talking to you in 2 or 3 months to this day. 2 months to this day. Then it's been a while.
It's been a while.
Since I voiced my opinion, I ain't talked to y'all. So I felt some type of way, man. You know what I'm saying? That's when I felt like it wasn't family no more. When I voiced my concerns, y'all swept it up under the rug. I wasn't in my feelings or none of that. You know what I'm saying?
It wasn't swept up under the rug. It just wasn't understood. It wasn't understood.
It was jumping. Yeah.
It wasn't understood how deep you felt.
Yeah.
Right. We didn't understood it to how deep you felt. So think about this, T. Think about this right here. I'm gonna speak on me and T right now.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? When we came to you and we bought the production for Boots on the Ground, you sold it to us outright. Then we said, T, man, this shit's finna jump. We fuck with you. We want you to be able to feed your family. So, and we gave it back to you, right?
Y'all gave it back to me.
Yeah, we gave it back.
I'm saying, listen. So
that's not a person that's trying to take anything from you or leave you behind.
I understood that. I understood it all together.
You sold the beat out. You sold the beat outright to them?
Who?
Did you? In the initial, when they purchased the beat, did they purchase the beat?
But I told T how the business went though. You know what I'm saying? I said the beat y'all right, but I still get my splits on the back end. I told T that in Augusta, Georgia.
Yeah, you got
because me and T was talking.
So once they bought the beat outright, they came back with I guess with another proposal and gave you half of the beat back.
Half of the beat is 50% on the publishing, 50% on the
I want to be able for everybody to spend it.
I tried to explain that to T. You know what I'm saying? You buying the beat, but that don't mean that the beat is yours. The beat is yours just to buy. I still get my 50% on the publish. I still get my 50% on the writer's composer side. You know what I'm saying? I understand what they were saying by y'all brought the beat. I understand that perfectly. You know what I'm saying? Y'all brought the beat out right. But as far as the other half, that other half kind of goes to me. 50-50.
Okay.
So Snake said he gave it back.
Well, we gave it back to you because when it's get ready to start making money, we wanted him to too. We wasn't, listen, bro. Like I said from the beginning, I ain't out in the game to try to beat nobody.
Who does that?
But listen, when they give the beat back to me, that's why they signed a contract. So.
Yeah, but like I said on the contract thing, like I said, bro, you read it, get your lawyer to read it. When you don't understand it or it ain't right, you come back and say, hey, this ain't right. This can be changed.
Yeah.
You never came back and expressed it to us. Because look, I'm saying, hold on. Well, I don't think you. Well, I mean, I'm gonna be real. The beat side of it, I kind of let T handle that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, but if it would have been expressed, hey, I ain't happy with this, or I don't think this. You know what I'm saying? We could have made changes. We can always sit to the table.
Negotiate.
And then I also come to you and I tell you, hey, now why you didn't come back? You're saying with a renegotiation.
By the time we got to, no, this is before. This is before. Your renegotiation came after I made the statement.
But no, I said, T, you want me to do 50-50 on the track? You want to do 50 track? I mean, you want me to sign this contract and say 50%? 50% goes, y'all been saying no publishing. You know what I'm saying? The publishing is what get my half on the back end. You know what I'm saying? That's my only concern.
See, I'm gonna be real with you.
Right.
I gotta look and see what that contract say.
Right.
But if that's what it was,
yeah,
it was wrong. We wrong for even giving you that.
Yeah.
Like I said, if that's what it said. But like, you know that what we were saying out our mouth.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And we got other people that do our contract. So if it didn't match up to what we say out our mouth, it's always a table that we can sit down to and renegotiate to make it right. You know what I'm saying? Because listen, we want to take you with you. I said, man, we going to the BET Award. Man, you got to think about it. We paid for people to come to the BET Award that really was just family members that we wanted there with us. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And I called you. We called you and invited you to the BET Award. You know what I'm saying? Hey, I know what you told me. I know what you told me. You thought it was a collab, but nah, bro. If I at no point that let me tell you something. Everybody from my side know me.
Yeah.
If I don't fuck with you, or if I got a problem with you, it's problem. Beef is different from me.
Yeah.
For me. You know what I'm saying? It's whole different from me.
But you got to think about it too. For them to offer you saying to bring you to such a big platform, man, that shows you the instinct of family right there.
But he's saying he was still upset a little bit.
I feel like if I would have came in, man, I ain't talked to these boys 2-3 months. I'm gonna be out of place, you know what I'm saying? All y'all cool over there. You gotta
think about it, bro. You would never be out of place. You gotta think about who brought you. But who
you was out of place?
Huh?
You was out of place?
No, when I came back again, I felt out of place.
Why you tell me what you tell me.
He said that all day.
Listen. You know what I'm saying? Like when we had our disagreement, I came back. And before I came back, I said, that shit feel weird. Niggas looking at me crazy. I'm looking at them crazy.
Yeah. Listen, you stay.
You know what I'm saying?
Listen, I'm saying.
You know what I'm saying?
You said what you had to say.
Yeah.
We accept what you had to say. We talk shit to you. We bump it.
Yeah,
it was still bumping.
I get it private and say, I'm just not going.
Listen, even if it's not private, look and say, I feel like I'm gonna be real with you. I'm the type of guy. These are my friends. These are my family. These my brothers, my cousins, my brothers.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Whoever around us, my sister, whoever around us that's in that van or in our conference at the table eating, at grandmama table, eating with us. These is my family. And if I can't say what I want to say to you, you know what I'm saying? I don't need to be around you.
Right.
I need you to tell me because I don't want to be walking down the road and goddamn you feeling some type of way and put a dag in my goddamn back.
Yeah.
See, I don't want that. I'd rather, we sit in the car and you shoot me in the back of the head because you upset about something that I ain't last piece of shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
But they gonna be on you now. I'm telling you, they gonna be on you.
I just want to
You don't know.
I don't know the whole aspect of it, but I know a little bit, man. Once they get rolling,
I'm the type of person, when I say something, I'm standing by myself.
Yeah.
So I have to stand on it.
Yeah.
You gotta fight.
It be some, listen. Alright, but listen, I'm gonna be real with you. It all be we'll laugh and joke, but we will never let it get physical. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? We'll laugh and he might say something, and we might, and him and Fred be into it, going hard. You know what I'm saying? We just, what he said? What he said? Yeah, you did. You know what I'm saying? We just went to BMI. They did a whole festival on the rooftop, right?
Yeah.
Them two arguing all the way down the road. Everybody in the Sprinter van laughing and joking.
We are.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But it wasn't no, and got in the car, come on, let's go eat.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's just how it is.
Well,
and them the people you want around you. So,
Exactly.
I mean, I'm just saying, I be saying all of that to say, bro, if you want to say how you feel in the beginning,
We'll put a couple curse words in it.
Yeah.
I can't even say that because he was saying it.
Yeah.
We just wasn't hearing it. And bro, I don't even have no word to explain it.
Yeah. But it was a lot going on.
It was a lot going on.
So you was expressing how you was feeling, but they to them, it's like, hey, and they hearing Big Trey talking all the time, hey, Doug talking all the time, Snake talking all the time. Of course, T talking all the time, man, whatever. So they hearing all this stuff, and then you coming in and you saying something like, hey, man, you know, I'm feeling like this, feeling like that, whatever. Hey, man, T Wizard, he be all right, man. You know, he cool, whatever.
That's it.
Cool.
Like, man, stop that guy.
Yeah, exactly. So they thinking of it like that, but they homeboy, you ain't thinking of it like that. You thinking of it like that.
It's totally different. You see, and that's what. But see, that's all misunderstanding.
And that's what we here for, man. That's what we here for.
And I want to make sure this though. The deal you got with us is a fair deal with the record producing, and we put the record out.
Just to clarify,
I just clarified this for the people.
No, I'm saying that.
So
everybody to know that too.
Because people, that's the reason why I ain't never put that nigga about being a dope. Yeah, you did. But the masses did, and that's why I got it because they
had a perception.
They say Snake Eyez. Look at his name.
Look at his name.
How broad the post was, it kind of.
But a lot of
think about it. Give me a second. The way that the post was. The way that the post was perceived, it had a gray area in it, and the gray area you're saying kind of entailed that that Snake Eyez music group was doing shady business. You're saying that the deal to you that they was given wasn't fair. You're saying your production or whatever wasn't fair, and on my side it was the recognition part. You're saying you not being mentioned. So as far as the verbal mentioning, yes, I accept accountability for that. You saying on the verbal, you saying verbal mentioning of T the Wizard. As far as the advocating for T the Wizard, and you saying in the rest of these rooms, that's what we do.
We always advocate.
That's what we do. Yeah. As far as the verbal, for you to be able to hear it on platforms and be able to see it, I can take accountability for that. You saying, but that's not to say that they are not mentioned in every one of these rooms here. Any platform that we own, it's not to say that it's not mentioned. Like I said before, how a lot of these interviews and whatever are versed, how they occurred, I would have to curve those answers into putting you like implementing you into it. But I can work better on that, and I'm not outside of saying that I can work better on that. But can we all agree that we all made some bad decisions? You saying moving forward? Yeah, but we made some bad decisions. But we got to accept accountability.
I never been in my feelings though, man. Let me tell you something.
Let me tell you something about the feelings, but there's nothing wrong with there's nothing wrong with the feelings and emotions. You got to think about it. Where we come from, we come from something that is very passionate about. You saying our craft. We're very passionate about creativity. You know what I'm saying? You can say sensitive, but listen, we're very passionate about our crafts, and so therefore we project it in a different light than just the normal people.
And the only reason why I felt that
we trying to say
like the only reason I felt that way because I seen like this, man. Circulating never had a big hit like this. You know what I'm saying? To go number one from Southern Soul Trail Ride. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like this is a big movement. You know, and here I am. I've been working for 20 years. A lot of people know me. You know what I'm saying? In the music, when it comes to South Carolina, you know what I'm saying? That's why I felt kind of left out. That's why I said what I said.
Hold on. Guess what? Even before you even say anything, like we put out Jump Judy, but we got a billboard, right?
Yeah.
Everybody that was tied to us, including you, got a billboard plaque coming with T Wizard's name on that thing.
Well,
from us.
Well, I tell you the truth, I went ahead and ordered my own because I was mad. Let me ask you this.
Snake Eyez take it, man. Hey, let me ask you this. And it was Doug just mentioned about Doug just mentioned about the contract about between you and Snake Eyez music group and all that or whatever, and you just said pretty much everything was good, say it was great, whatever, pretty much not the contract they wanted you to sign, but
it's
getting the beats.
It was 2 contracts.
Yeah.
No,
on the production side, we were trying to sign him as an in-house producer.
Yeah.
He didn't like the terms of that because of the way it might have was formatted or what's the name. But that was cool. On the individual songs that we did, our business with him was straight on that.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about. So you saying it was straight? They treated you right, and they all that right.
The business was good.
Yeah. So with that being said, you can let me hold something though, right?
Man, I ain't got that much. They got it.
Come on, man. So they got it. I'm just messing with you, man.
Hey, listen.
Yeah. Well, it's a great conversation, man.
To bring this in a nutshell, I want to go just round it up and just bring it into a nutshell. You know what I'm saying? I know we ain't got 5 hours. You know what I'm saying? So we gonna bring it to a nutshell. We all are not bigger than mistakes for one.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
So for us to be able to come together, you know what I'm saying, because they didn't want to see the division. They really wanted to see the divide.
Yeah.
But doing this and putting this out here like this really shows the transparency that we have, you know what I'm saying, and it also shows, you saying, the family ties that we have too.
Yeah.
Because we're not outside of coming together and being able to express these things. You're saying, now mind you, we let it get a little too far out.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Sometimes that happens.
On all parties, I think that we made some very, very hateful mistakes. You're saying on that. So moving forward, we need to, you're saying, to have these type of verbal conversations, you're saying, moving forward and get better understanding of each other moving forward, because we really don't want it to be like that again.
So I can cuss all y'all out now if I feel
And I think like PR, media training to be able to answer these questions. Like that, you gotta have.
For what I have in my country, I do pretty good. You know what I'm saying? For what I have, but not to have that, not to have
for the masses, you saying. But T the Wizard, you don't.
On that, but see, on that, even with like with mentioning my group, my producers, my engineer, you gotta think about it. You say my engineer probably feels some type of way too because I ain't mentioned him either. But his response to it was the only thing that mattered.
He feels the type of way.
But listen, but the response to it, you gotta
Everybody feels the type of way.
listen, you gotta think about it.
I probably open up the door for them to talk. You know what I'm
No.
saying?
I can tell you.
He all right.
I can tell you.
We don't know if he can close the door. We don't know if he can fit through the door. But the door always been open for this stuff.
Zell voices the opinion. He said, "Hey, look here, Snake. Now I'm gonna tell you something. I know Doug is booming right now, but he ain't the only goddamn artist on the on
you know what I'm saying?
roster.
But
And I can say Doug will pick at you.
but listen. The only thing deviated, you're saying, from their responses is to yours, that you made yours. You're saying on a broad platform for people who don't have nothing to do with the business. You're saying for also people who don't
I got cussed out.
Listen, for people
I got called all
you gotta think about this. These are people who just have opinions. These are people who don't even know the business. These are people that they don't promote your music, but they promote the negativity.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that's why it's so key for us to mind our responses. You're saying how we respond to them. You're saying not to say that anything that you said was wrong. It was your response to it that was seen in a negative light. You're saying the way that you responded. You're saying putting it on that public platform for them to see and for them to place their own opinions on something that they don't even know about. You're saying, and then for us to, you're saying it takes the integrity of the Snake Eyez music group name. It takes the name of the 803Fresh name, and on a wider scale, it takes the name, the projected positivity. You're saying that the Southern Soul has.
That's why I called you.
That's the bigger.
I
bigger
didn't
picture.
want that for you. I don't want the people looking at you and say, "Man, he hard to deal with." I ain't gonna fuck with
all
him.
those things.
About say, "Bump them too."
And I saw you. I saw it. But that's why. This is why this is happening now.
Yeah, this is the most important
thing. Trying to pick the phone up when you see our brother going through something, and you talk trash. You hadn't went off on me, but I'm like, man, I don't understand it, but I'm gonna call him to get an understanding.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying, and I'm brilliant. You was a dope producer. You know what I'm saying, and the
world knows that.
You
Yeah, you might not be like verbally getting your tip, but bro, the world knows who you are. It is your job to project. You said project your craft, put your name, put your stamp on it. Let me tell you something.
Your flower. He wanted treat you. I'm talking about Doug Fagan when he get the talk.
But that's what we here for, though, man. Whatever. I like the fact that T the Wizard done add, everything he out with it because he came in and he wasn't smiling and he was dead serious, whatever.
T said, who gonna be there?
He done took the glasses off, man. He smiling, man. We done had a great conversation, man, or whatever. And we on Snake Eyez music group. Hey, we on a Doing With Purpose podcast. Hey, platform. And the thing is, our motto is, if you're not doing with purpose and passion, you're not doing it at all. Yeah. And I can see, T the Wizard, you doing your thing with purpose and passion. Snake Eyez music group doing this thing with purpose and passion. Hey, 803Fresh, Mr. Boots on the ground, he doing this thing with purpose and passion.
Don't forget,
purpose and passion. I ain't gonna leave big man. Hey, glass work. He always doing this thing with purpose and passion, man. Whatever. Hey, man, we done had a great conversation tonight, man. And like I would say, they call me deep. Hey, all hearts and minds I feel like they clear or whatever. T the Wizard, hey, you good? Yeah. Or whatever. Hey, Snake Eyez, you good?
Let's give them what they don't want.
Exactly, man. Togetherness, man. It's togetherness, whatever. Everybody just got the song closer, and that's what we need to do. We need to keep this thing closer, man. So we can't let nobody get in between us and man and separate us from taking South Carolina where we know it can go. Southern soul, man, just taking over the music genre, man. Whatever. We can just do all this stuff right here together. But separating each other, whatever, man, we ain't gonna be able to do it, man. And with that being said, man, anybody got any last words, man?
Listen, man. Listen. Snake Eyez music group over here, man. Listen, we function like family. We built on business. You're saying we're definitely not outside of mistake. You're saying we accept all our ed. T the Wizard, he accept all of his end, it's positivity moving forward. For sure. That's what we want y'all to see. We definitely don't want y'all to see us in a negative light, none of us, because the movement that we have going right now is way, way more important than just, everybody's feelings and things like that. So right now, from this night here, we're moving forward. I know a lot of y'all want to see the division, but that's not what y'all going to get. Yeah. Nothing but positivity. Yeah. Yes, that's it, bro. Yeah. That's all we do.
Hey, they about to hug, man. That's what's up, man. That's what's up.